Now, game number 3. Best of 3 series. This is a tiebreaker. The rubber match, is that what they call it? I don't know. Something like that. Game number 3. Best of 3 series. We're tied up, of course, 1-1. Top left side of the map. It's going to be our red Protoss player, JYP RCEG LMAO. Other side of the map from clan ENCE, which I don't know what that stands for. They have a nice website, ence.fi, if you want to go check them out. It's elfi, in lower cases, elfi. Blue Protoss player down in the bottom right side of the map. Akalon Waste will be the match to decide which Protoss player is better than the other Protoss player. Chrono Boost is going down for JYP, none yet for elfi. What's he doing here? What's he doing with the Chrono Boost action here? So JYP going for more of the macro approach. Chrono boosting out those workers. Never mind. There goes elfi. Now he's getting the hang of it. Chrono Boost going down. Taking his gas over here. And gonna scout inside his base for, you know, in-base gateways. It's always annoying. Hate losing to, you know, proxy gateways in your base. It's never a fun thing to do. So elfi just taking a little bit of time scouting that out. We can see over here. I mean, even JYP does the same thing. Both these players, you know, get to the third match. Each player's won a game. You know, you have to respect your opponent a little bit. You know, both. You know, you took a game off the other guy. You never know what could come out game number 3, so you pay a little bit of respect to them. Scout your base for proxies. It's a good thing here. Both players doing that. You know, last game I proclaimed my love for players who scout, and both of these guys just falling in love with them right there. Both players scouting their bases. And you know, when everything's on the line and it's down to one game, you know, those one game wins, you know, anything can take you out. So some players like to play it safe, other players like to live on a little wild side. 4 guys in gas for JYP, Mr. JYP, elfi down here, just going with the 3 in gas on the 1. Chrono boosting out some zealots and stalkers. Warp gate coming out a little bit earlier here for elfi. Instantly sees a lot of chrono boost up there. He's going to see the second gateway being placed and third gateway. Okay, doesn't even care. JYP's like, well, that's nice to see. Thanks for showing me those double gateways you got there, buddy. And where is he going with this probe? Is he going to follow us up with just straight up attack? Is he going to straight up go for it? Let's see what he's chrono boosting. He's chrono boosting the warp gates. This is just maybe some 3 gate pressure. Now JYP's got 1 gateway less, but he does have a mothership core, which is nice. Stalker, Zealot versus Zealot. Everybody knows who wins that fight. Probe gets scouted out, but the pylon goes down now instantly. JYP knows what's going down. That Zealot, he might go down, but he's going to take a couple shots on that Stalker for it. Mothership core shows up. Another pylon is going to be placed here. elfi's trying to get in JYP's base. He's trying to get as close as possible, start dropping down these pylons, and elfi going with the double drop. This is like old school. I love this. Just, you know you're going to die. You're like, just throw down 2 pylons just to make sure. And that's bought him enough time. This warp-in may finish, or it's at least buying him enough time to keep that warp-in alive. He's going to cancel it. And does the warp-in continue? Yep, there were 3 guys. Was he warping here? All stalkers. Okay, makes sense. If he can snap off that mothership core, that'll be really nice. You know, JYP doesn't have as much production. You know, he's just now making his 3rd gateway. It's only halfway done. So for a little while here, elfi will have the advantage on production. He also has warp gates done, and this mothership core finally managed to get off its Nexus cannon, but not after sacrificing itself for it. So the production, like I was saying, is going to be favoring elfi. He just managed to kill off that mothership core, which is a lot of the gas and resources for JYP so far. Now it's going to be Stalkers versus Stalker Zealots action. This will be just straight up micro play for both players. And oh my god, there's a pylon in his main? Where the hell did this pylon come from? And it looks like elfi just noticed it. And he stole his assimilator. This is okay, so yeah, elfi's going to manage to warp in more Zealots, but this little bit of hilarity down here is going to completely shut down this attack because You know, if he doesn't have those 3 zealots there, this is easily defended by JYP with his forces up here. If he really needed those 3 zealots with his force to push up that ramp. Losing this gas doesn't hurt him so much with this attack, but the fact is that since the attack was stalled, that gas is actually going to probably start hurting him now. He's only on 16 workers, hasn't started making any new workers yet. He doubles down on the 4th gateway. Elfi knows what he likes, and he likes 4 gates. He's got some Wings of Liberty in him right now, I think. And another pylon goes down. You figured, you know what? It was a good strategy the first time. Let's go around number 2. Now, JYP sees these 3 zealots moving out across the map. This isn't a straight-up clue that, okay, he's going for another huge attack. He's following up this all-in. He doesn't quite know that yet, but if he knew about it, I think he'd be canceling this building. And this Oracle, oh my god, he's going to have Oracles. He does have a Sentry, so he can't throw down a Force Field. He's going to have one more here just in a second, but the second that Sentry runs out of energy, never mind, he's got another one. He's got 3, so worst case scenario, he can just Force Field. Actually, worst case scenario, he forgets to Force Field, and Elfi walks in his base and kills him, because that's exactly what would happen with this many forces. But, I mean, check over here. We got 3 Stalkers, Oracle moving in. This is getting pretty intense, guys. He needs to land all these Force Fields to stay alive in his main, keep these forces alive. But the damage will be done here to Elfi. There's nothing in his main to defend this. An Oracle and 3 Stalkers are just going to slaughter everything. All these workers are going to die, and Elfi's going to be on so low economy. Oh, yep, the Force Fields are still landing, and the probes are dying. More Stalkers being warped in, but they can't do anything. They just can't do anything because JYP's landing all his Force Fields. He's even warping in more sentries, and he's going to lose like everything. He's got no workers now. The Force Fields are too good. JYP knows what he's doing here, and Elfi, you know, if Elfi could have got in there before that first sentry came in, you know, if he wouldn't have had to deal with that pylon in his main, if he wouldn't have had to deal with that assimilator being stolen and those zealot warp-ins, he could have got in there, because that sentry didn't show up until after those zealots were warped in. At this point, Elfi can't do anything. That's too many sentries. These guys are just going to sit there and look stupid this whole game, and JYP is going to take this victory, unless some miraculous thing happens where JYP just decides he's too terrible and doesn't deserve to win. But Elfi, I wonder if he's been on an attack move with these units for like how long. What's his APM? I gotta see this. His APM is 300 right there at the very end. Maybe he was right clicking a lot, but look at JYP's was 60 there at the end. He's like, yeah, let me just right click on this Nexus here and just to make sure all my sentries are selected so I can throw down force fields. So JYP handling that masterfully, delays the attack long enough to get enough sentries out. You know, Elfi had the opportunity to transition to something different, but no, he wanted to continue the all-in, but JYP was more than ready for it, had the sentries there on the high ground. If those guys would have been on the low ground, Elfi sniped those, game over. That's a completely different story, but the force fields on this ramp were the name of the game. The name of the game was JYP. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. It goes to 2-1 for JYP. He takes the victory here in the consolation matches for Dreamhack Valencia. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my stuff, leave a comment. Tell me you enjoyed it. If you hated it, you know, you can tell me that too. I take criticism pretty well. But, you know, be nice. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.